We are following this story in Oakland. Law enforcement officers opening fire on a truck that attempted to ram into the entrance to Coast Guard Station Alameda. It all happened at around 10 p.m. after a day of protests there over a potential federal immigration crackdown. ABC 7 News reporter Zach Fuentes is live there now with the latest details. Zach?
Yeah, we just heard from the U.S. Coast Guard around 2 this morning with an official statement from them, and they do say that a car tried to back into the gate at Coast Guard Base Alameda. We'll take you right now to video of the aftermath of when that happened around 10 last night. The activity surrounding a U-Haul box truck. Now, officials say that the Coast Guard security personnel that were standing watch saw a vehicle driving erratically, and according to them, it attempted to back into the base, and they said the driver ignored commands to stop, and that's when shots were fired. Now, we heard from one protester who was here on the scene and saw what happened. He said the same story the Coast Guard is saying, and he said that the driver was a lone actor.
None of the protesters know the driver. We don't know the name. We don't know where he went. And then after that, we tried to let the Coast Guard know that we were peaceful. They weren't really talking back to us. They were just telling us not to go onto the bridge.
The U.S. Coast Guard said that there are no injuries to Coast Guard personnel. They said details about the driver were not immediately available, but the Mercury News is reporting that 2 men arrived at local hospitals for gunshot wound treatment. Sources telling the Mercury News that one is believed to be the driver of the U-Haul. The identity of the second person wounded is not clear. It's what the Mercury News is reporting, but that man you just heard from said that one bystander was hit. So the FBI is now leading the investigation. We're working to get more details about what's going on, but traffic is definitely impacted here at Embarcadero in Oakland. We see police behind us right now doing traffic control, and as the morning's going on, we are starting to see some of that traffic come through here. Yesterday, when the protesters were out here, traffic was backed up in every direction, so the scene is still active, and at this point, you can imagine traffic will also be impacted again today. But again, we're working to get more details. We'll continue to be out here monitoring the scene and bring you the latest as soon as we get it.